New York Jets at home this week, still right on the heels of the Titans in the standings. For the number one pick. They welcome the Atlanta Falcons, who aren't quite ready to look ahead just yet.
Cousins wants to take a shot. It's Mooney. It is caught! It's a touchdown!
Hey man, pull up the Corbomite maneuver or balance of terror. Maybe the Doomsday Machine or the Galileo 7. Captain Kirk has pulled off bigger turnarounds, and with the Bucs flailing and hurting, Cousins might not even have to run the table to make the playoffs. Maybe it'll be a year where 8 is enough like it was for Dick Van Patten. And Kirk O'Chains struts in with some bling to his game. 2 TDs, a healthy 8.7 yards per attempt last week, 107 rate, shiniest his game has looked in a long time.
Cousins, under pressure, is able to get out of it, looking for Darnell Mooney, and he makes the grab.
So Kendrick drops one week, Dick Van Patten in original Star Trek episodes the next? Is this guy 30 or 70? Cousins didn't have his McCoy, Drake London missed last week with a knee injury, makes the 24 points Atlanta put up more impressive.
Pressure picked up, end zone shot, touchdown, David Sills.
Plenty of things to clean up, 3 for 12 on third down, only 2 trips to the red zone. You're supposed to be able to venture to where no man has gone before, so shouldn't be that hard. The Jets defense, they'll try and fly by, let Baltimore inside the 20 5 times, but turned them away 3 times, held the Ravens to 2 for 11 on third down.
Up, he fakes the throw and he's taken down, and it's 4th down.
That's 4 of their last 6 they've held their opponent under 24 points, playing solid lately. They've also held passing attacks in check during that same run, only 153 yards allowed to Lamar Jackson, held the quarterback with the league's top rating to a 76 rate, have kept 4 of the last 6 passing attacks to fewer than 180 yards.
Intended for Andrews, and Tony Adams, who committed the penalty, is able to break it up.
Only sacked him once, too. Held every Raven pass catcher to less than 31 yards, save Zay Flowers, who got him for 58. Only one Falcon with more than 40 yards versus the Saints, Darnell Mooney, 74, and a trip to Bob Ross land.
Sacked twice on third down. This time he delivers outside to Darnell Mooney.
And the Spock in our tail, Bijan Robinson, 37 receiving yards, 70 rush yards on 5 a pop. On a nice 3-game run, 70-plus yards in each, 4.5 or better in each, he still has hope.
Here's Robinson. This is where he's dangerous. In space. Sills a block. Robinson chased down.
Again, Jets defense can pose a problem. Gave up 2 TDs to Derrick Henry, but held him to 64 yards, only 3 yards per attempt.
Jackson bobbled the snap, gives it to Henry, and Henry is jumped on from behind.
Their D just hasn't been able to do anything for their O-face. Changing the guy who steers the Jets' offensive bus didn't make much of a difference on the scoreboard last week. Jets with 10 points versus Baltimore, 4 for 11 on third down, only 2 trips across the 20.
Tyrod taking that deep shot, looking for Mitchell, incomplete.
That offense versus a Falcons defense that held a Tyler Shough offense to 3 points. First good defensive showing for them in over a month, 24 to 34 points allowed the previous 4 games. Didn't let Shough throw a TD, picked him off.
Is going to be Watts instead with his first interception since September.
Now they take on Tyrod Taylor, better as a passer than Justin Fields at least, 7.9 yards per attempt, 1 TD, 220 plus yards.
His feet, still chased by Green, throws on the run, he's got a man, and that's a first down for Mitchell.
Didn't raise eyebrows or anything, he threw a pick, low 80s rate. Took 3 sacks, 28 pass attempts. Only 3 teams have allowed more in 2025.
Before he can get away from there, the pressure dialed in on him.
Jets quarterbacks have been bagged up 39 times for 2025, the exact number of bags Atlanta's pass rushers have for the season. Falcons' ability to get to the quarterback, a key to their defensive showing last week, buried Shough 5 times, James Pierce 1.5, Jalen Walker 1, Brandon Dorless 1.5.
Trying to maneuver in the pocket as it collapses, and James Pierce, the rookie out of Tennessee.
Dirty Birds secondary gave up 43 yards to Devin Neal last week, 46 to Juwan Johnson, 70 to Chris Olave. John Mechie is New York's current WR1, 65 yards and a TD versus Baltimore.
Boys, Taylor throws for Mechie. Mechie at the 5, dives, and he is in!
Or maybe Adonai Mitchell is their WR1, 42 yards, had the same number of targets as versus Mechie.
Taylor with time, and he completes it into Baltimore territory.
Of course, the point is they don't really have a WR1, but they do have an RB1 to hit Atlanta with. Breece Hall only had 44 rush yards versus the Ravens, but he led the team with 75 receiving yards, escaped for a 40-yarder.
It's Breece Hall. Oh, what a spin move by Hall! Breece Hall in the open field.
Falcons defense fairly generous to runners this year. Didn't have any problems with New Orleans' rush attack, though. Alvin Kamara left hurt. They kept Taysom Hill to 17 yards on his 10 rush attempts. Atlanta has beat New York 3 straight times, 5 of the last 6, and the first time they ever met, which wasn't until 1973.
Week 11 found the Falcons in a swampland called Flushing Meadows, Long Island, to face the New York Jets and a fellow they called Joe Willie. It seemed that no matter how atrocious the conditions and the pressure, this Joe Willie guy was still dangerous. As they had for 7 consecutive weeks, the men of the Atlanta defense rose to the occasion, and when it counted, they throttled Joe and his Jets. Bob Lee again came up with the big plays, this time with 2 rookie wide receivers who had replaced injured Ken Burrow and Al Dodd. First, Tom Gerdine scored his first pro touchdown, and then Lewis Neal scored his first. The Falcons had won their 7th straight, 28-20, and assured the best season record in Falcon history.